Why do Hindus worship snakes? Let's explore this. Okay, I have some very deep insights to share with you as it relates to this topic, so you'll be wise to. It's worthwhile to stay and watch. Here we go. First things first. If you want to have a spiritual consultation with me, personal one-on-one call, I'll change your life for the better very instantly. I can do this in exchange for donations, so at no charge to you, but afterwards, whatever value I've provided you, you can simply choose to share a donation with me. All the links will be in the description below. So virtually everything I know about these snakes and Hinduism comes as a result of me watching Sadhguru or studying Sadhguru. And the snakes and the Isha Yoga Center are by far the most fantastic things that I've ever come across as it relates to the snake forms. You know, beforehand, when I was still in my Christian delusion, and also to some extent when I was studying the Buddha's teachings, I still had this feeling that snakes are kind of like the devil's worship. It's the devil worship. And stay away from snakes, and snakes are evil, blah, blah, blah. Snakes are not evil. Snakes are phenomenal. Snakes are fantastic. The reason why snakes are so cherished in Hinduism is because they represent perception. Snakes are extremely perceptive, extraordinarily perceptive. And their access to the throat dimension, to the Vishuddhi chakra, is unparalleled to any other animal on earth. Especially cobras, and definitely the king cobra. The king cobra has a kind of like allure to it. It's almost like, it's a majestic animal. It's a majestic creature. So I've only seen a king cobra once before in my life in Thailand. And I was just walking wherever I was walking, and everyone had gathered because in the monastery, we have a big kind of jungle area, and there was a big snake, a king cobra. And the snake feeds exclusively on other snakes and other cobras. So kind of like the top dog. It doesn't like to eat rats, you know, it doesn't hunt after rats, but it goes towards other snakes and it injects its venom into the snakes, and the king cobra's venom is much more powerful than other snakes, I guess, I'm assuming. And then the snake dies, and then he just eats the snake. So it's a snake eater. So whenever I see snakes, when I look at a snake, or when you look at a snake, it's a perception entity. It is so perceptive to the reality around it. Its ability to sense the subtlest vibrations of nature are unparalleled. So it has its whole entire body to the ground, as Sadhguru says, and it feels the subtle vibrations. But not only that, its body, how it's designed, how it's built, how nature built it, its ability to perceive situations and things around it are unparalleled. Even it's better than a human being, for sure it is. Okay, you have to have some extreme mastery for you to get on the same level of a snake, and I know I'm not on the same level of a snake. The snake can pretty much tell you everything that's going on underneath the earth, everything that's going on and like halfway across the planet, because it's in tune with the vibrations. It can sense literally everything. Just like a human being can sense, like, you know, if something very dramatic was happening a kilometer away, or just, let's say behind me, like, you know, just a couple of meters or a couple of feet away from me, I could subtly feel the sensations, the vibrations, if it was intense enough. But a snake can instantly sense, instantly feel. And when a snake is presented with another human being or another life form, for example, a cow, I just watched this phenomenal video of a king cobra and a cow, and the cow is like sniffing the cobra. I'm sorry, it wasn't a king cobra, it was just a cobra. And I'm thinking to myself, buddy, you're one bite away from passing away. Okay, no one's gonna save you, no one has anti-venom for a cow. And the cow is just kind of like looking, and it brings its face right up to it, like right up to the snake. And the cobra expands its hood and is staring at him like, hey buddy, don't do it. And the soft nose of the cow is like right up to the snake's face, the cobra's face. Like, oh, you're very nice. And the snake kind of realizes it's not a threat, it's not an enemy. So the snake kind of turns around, and then the cow gets happy and it licks the cobra. And the cobra's like, hey buddy, don't do that. I was like, wow, okay. Why is that? Because the snake subtly feels the sensations, the perception, or the vibrations of everything that's happening around it. It can sense who you are, what you feel like, where your thoughts even are, everything, literally everything about you. It sees you as a big chemistry soup, and your vibrations are constantly reaching and touching it. So that's why I didn't bite the cow. And so that's how perceptive and how intuitive it is. Shiva is known to be in charge of the the snakes, or Shiva is like the king of snakes, or he has a cobra around his neck. And that's because, well, the throat center, the capability that the first yogi, the Adi Yogi, had, it was so remarkable that the snake couldn't help but to crawl up to, on top of his head and curl around him. So snakes, especially cobras, are attracted to this type of energy, which is the Vishuddhi chakra, the throat chakra. When it manifests, cobras love that. All venomous creatures love that. They love to go towards this. And you can find various kind of videos online with Sadhguru, and also in India, where people are consecrating lingams, or even a consecrated lingam, a cobra will just go and coil around the lingam because it loves it. It feeds off of it. Just like me, okay? If there's a structure in the world like the Mato Tipila, the Devil's Tower, it's like it's giving off this vibration. It's just so juicy. It's so tender. It's so delicious. I just want to drink it and eat it constantly. Like, forget about my food. I just want to go and eat the rock, in Mato Tipila in Wyoming. Cheers. Shambho. Shiva. Shambho. Oh yeah. So cobras and venomous creatures are attracted to that energy. Again, when I say this energy, probably you're not able to feel this, you're not able to perceive this yet, but it's a distinct energy. When the throat chakra becomes activated, with throat energy begins to manifest, it's a distinct blue kind of feeling color, which is unmanifest in most human beings on the earth. So maybe you're kind of not understanding what I'm saying. Go on YouTube and observe. There's a fantastic video here on YouTube. It's like a very old video of a Thai man going inside of a snake pit. There's gonna be like 200 snakes, 200 cobras, not snakes, 200 cobras. And he's going with a bag, and he's kind of looking for what snake to take, what is the most aggressive snake to put into his bag for his snake show in Thailand. So he's walking around, and he's kind of feeling them, and he kind of rattles them around, and they're all trying to bite him, but somehow he doesn't get bit. It's like, wow. And it's like a little room. It's like what you see here, maybe a little bit smaller than this, and filled with like 200 cobras. And he's walking around like, what is this? Is this some sort of god that he has no, if a snake bites him, there's no problem to him? I have no idea how that happened, or why he did that. But it's on YouTube. It has like 10 million views. And he's walking around, and the snake tries to bite him, and he's like, excuse me, and he slaps it. And it's like, oh God, Jesus, sorry, I understand. Okay, it's like that. So then he kind of picks one up and kind of senses it. Are you angry? Are you aggressive? Yeah, you're aggressive, good. Shoves it in the bag, closes the bag. And again, walks around the whole thing and finds the 5 most aggressive snakes to take to a snake show. And then the next video is him doing the snake show. And him trying to kind of agitate the snakes, and the snakes bite him, and he dodges it. And that's the whole show. When you watch that and you have any kind of perception and you're in tune to that energy, you could see it's blue. That guy is blue, first of all. He's blue in his body. You can't help but to be blue if you're next to venomous creatures. It's like impossible. And as well as you can't help but to, anytime that you're exposed to any kind of venom or that kind of potency, you start to your throat chakra begins to activate it. It's not possible to be any other way. So you can also see that his throat center is activated, and he's kind of like crazy in this way. He's a very crazy guy, and he feeds off of this. It's very delicious. So whenever you turn on your throat center, it becomes very kind of favorable for you to go into the direction of venom and venomous creatures and things like that. Now let's skip forward here and talk about the Isha Yoga Center. There's a few snakes that have been consecrated there. One is in the Tirth Kund. It's a big kind of stone-shaped snake, and it's they didn't do any kind of consecration to it because there's 3 lingams in the water pool, and also the Dhyanalinga is close by, so it kind of naturally became powerful that way. And the spiritual body, it has a spiritual body, meaning that snake can walk around. It can even go here. I can manifest it here, and maybe you'll feel the vibrations or feel that energy. I'm gonna do that actually now. So this snake, this energy that Snakes are wonderful healers. You know, if you connect to this space even for just once, you will get a feeling for what it is, and then you can draw upon this energy for your healing sake. Whatever you want to heal, especially as it relates to self-caused illnesses, which most illnesses are self-caused, the snake will help you to destroy that, to eliminate that from your life, which is a fantastic thing for you. Also, it's a great sense of protection. Snake is very protective in that way. It can kind of cocoon you, and it can destroy the negative energies that are around you. Also, it can enhance your perception, which, or it can destroy the elements within you that are preventing perception, and it can heighten your kind of awareness, because snakes are like that. It's a very powerful force. It's very delicious, very tasty kind of energy. I love snakes. Why? Because I'm literally becoming like a snake. You know, the tongue and the throat and the whatever is connected to the throat here, and the pit of the throat, and the gland that sits here. Most people is not. They're not channeling it in any way. They don't have energy to be stored here, so they're dull to this. They have no perception of this. They have no idea what this is. But when you start activating this, you start to literally become like a venomous creature. You kind of like taste the air. You could taste the air, and you can use sound to your advantage, and you can kind of store venom here and become venomous almost. It's phenomenal. It's fantastic. It's so tasty, so juicy, so delicious. I just crave it. I don't know where to get this energy from. You know, I have like a few mercury objects like this, and yes, this helped, but it's not enough. It's not juicy enough. I need to go to a place where I could just drink this and guzzle this as much as I can. Maybe I'll go be beside a venomous creature and drink its venom, or be bitten by the venom. Okay, obviously not. Probably that's gonna damage my body. I'm just joking around. But I need to find a more stronger source for this, for the Vishuddhi chakra. I can't manifest this strong enough. It's so slow. It's so little. Even though I have magnificent capabilities or magical capabilities compared to like all the rest of you or all the other people, still it's not enough. I know the potential. I'm just barely scratching the surface. I'm just barely getting into this. So I need a huge energy source for me to actually manifest this and for me to blast this forward. Maybe I'll go to Machu Picchu after my visa expires here. Because I'm in Darwin, Australia, this is actually the reason why I came here. Because the energy here is so venomous. Things here are venomous, you know? And as I'm awaking from my dream consciousness, and I'm seeing like, oh my God, this is the reason why I'm here, is because the venom here, the animals that are here, I also logically understood this before I came here. That it's a very venomous place. It's a very blue place, you know, and the creature's here, and I'm kind of drinking it, I'm feeding it, and it's making me stronger in my body. Yet still, it's not a powerful enough energy source for me to totally consume this energy. It's like I'm drinking in this blue poison, energetically speaking, psychically, you know, and I can't get enough of it. I don't know where the source is. Like, this is not stable enough. This is not strong enough for me to consume. It's just a metal, although it definitely helps. You know, I would really struggle without this. I have various other elements, like I have this little goodie. You know, I suggest all of you buy it. If you want to buy one for myself, I've consecrated this one in a very strong and powerful way. And you know, I have this, of course. This is a Isha, little goodie. And yeah, this also helps me, but it's still not enough. It's still not strong enough. So I need to go, and it's like, what is it like? It's like I'm thirsty, so thirsty, and someone gave me a 500 milliliter water bottle. You know, those little plastic ones? I just chug that, destroy the water bottle, crush it so no drop remains, toss it in the recycling bin. Okay, what's next? I need to guzzle. I need to go to like a waterfall. I need to go to the Niagara Falls and just guzzle this fully, completely, as much as I can. Guzzle, 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 guzzle. Okay? So, yeah. Maybe I'll go to the Isha Yoga Center, but still, it's like, I'm really having second thoughts about going to the Sadhanapada. Because there I have to go work and it's like do all sorts of little chores for them and all sorts of things in 7 months, and I can't do what I want, and they're going to be saying, hey, you gotta twist and bend your body this way. I just want to, you know what I want to go there for? I want to go and like sit in front of the solidified 600 kilogram mercury and just like lick it and touch it and feel it and hug it and just live beside it, and it's like that. Or just like live in the Janalinga, you know, set up a little tent in the Janalinga temple, a little sleeping bag, and just wake up, sit there, meditate, to consciously control my my Vishuddhi chakra, and then go back to sleep and do the whole thing all over again. Or go live next to Kailash, because I really want to manifest this so strongly. It's like it's nothing still. It irritates me now. I'm finally getting it. I'm glad I'm making this video. I'm glad for you, True Indigo Freedom. I'm glad that you, this topic comes as a result of my subscriber reaching out to me and saying, yeah, this is oh my God, I just found the answer. I just realized what I need to do. He asked me, hey, can you make this topic about this, like this subject? And that's why I'm making it, so thank you. And if you want me to talk about something else, I'll definitely talk about it, okay? So I'm listening to my subscribers. So I had liquid mercury back in Canada. My God, that was the source of energy. That was the source of this power. I need to get in touch with liquid mercury once again. And, because there's nothing stronger. Solidified mercury is good, it's great, but it's more for like the well-being of your human well-being. You can energize it, you can consecrate it. It's like a nice feeling, comfortable space. But liquid mercury, you can actually kind of like, you can actually smell it, inhale it, consume it. And okay, it's very dangerous. Please be very careful. This is just, I'm joking here, okay? I'm just telling you a story. This is just for entertainment. Don't do this. Because liquid mercury, science says it's a neurotoxin, it's poison. So obviously, no, bad. I take back what I said. Don't do it, okay? But that's the source. That's the reason why I'm, I'm pretty much figuring out what I need to do, what my next steps are in life. So, I want to go to this energy source. I want to consume this venom, consume this poison, and really get strong here, because it's like at 2%. It's barely enough for me to talk around it, talk beside. I can't manifest it fully. I don't have a full energy source around it. So I know what I need to do. I think maybe not. We'll see what January holds for me, and I'll figure out what is my next step. So coming back to snakes, if I held a snake in my hand like a cobra and somehow learned to not have it bite me, that would be phenomenal for my throat chakra. That would be a huge energy source, because I could feed off of the vibrations of it. It's like a very venomous blue thing. It's a blue thing. And I can consume the blue energy of it and have it go into my body, and literally for me to become blue. And that's desperately what I want. If I could turn blue right now, like someone gets poisoned and they turn blue, that's what I want. But obviously not hurting my body, but like just blue. Just the benefits, not the cons. So I want to be blue, just like Shiva, just like the Adiyogi, just like all the wise sages that have walked this earth. I want to be the most blue that I could possibly be. The most strongest human being that I can. And blue is power, ladies and gentlemen. I'm always going towards power. That's all that I cared about in life ever. When I first came in contact with the Raj Zapar Dibazar, and he said, yeah, I care about power, all I want to care about is power. Like, yes, oh my God, yes. This is literally the most powerful word in the English language, and my whole vocabulary is power. I want power. There's nothing more important than the power. Not strength, not wealth, not money, not fame, not health, not love, not relationships, not ideas, not wisdom, not happiness, not nothing. Not compassion, not comfort. Nothing. It's power number one. I just want to go to the nuclear power plant and rip the cords that connect to the whole city, and you don't need the power. I'll just plug the cords into myself and suck the power dry, okay? I'll just eat the whole nuclear power station, all the power that's producing, and just become the most powerful entity that I could possibly be. Why? Because I'm a man. I want to get stronger. And yeah, those are guys are going out there and lifting heavy rocks, and it's like, oh God, I can't do that. I feel like if I'm doing that, just my body becomes soft and weak. It's like a contradiction. Yeah, I'm gonna go lift these heavy rocks, but why am I doing this? Like emotionally traumatizing or damaging. It's like, I don't want to do this. For what reason am I doing this? What, to show off to a little girl? Like, hey girl, I have big muscles, you see? No, that's a very small source of power. Good job. You can lift a heavy rock, you can throw around a human being. I don't want that, okay? I want to have the same kind of power and capability that if someone touches me, messes with me, I just literally touch them with my finger and boo, they just get blasted. And yes, I know I'm capable of that. That's a potential that I have. But I really physically need to manifest this energy so strongly. It needs to manifest so big in my life. I need to go towards the dimension. I need to go to a source where I can drink this, guzzle this as much as I possibly can, for me to be totally consumed by this, for me to totally consume everything that there is, and be at full capacity, be at full charge. Because once I'm at full charge, there's really nothing else to do. So I'm, invested all these thousands of dollars in solidified mercury, liquid mercury, all this stuff. Liquid mercury is actually the most potent thing that I have. It like literally turns me blue right away. Again, don't expose yourself to liquid mercury, blah, blah, warning, it's dangerous. I'm not here to talk about dangerous things. Keep your body safe and healthy. It's just a story, okay? Once upon a time, in an imaginary fake story out there away in La La Land in Mars, some boy that a little bit resembled me purchased liquid mercury. And his mom screamed at him like, no, 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 whatever, fine. I was in her house and still, but I was figuring life out. And I'm real, so finally I somehow managed to like convince her or whatever. And then I remember this imaginary boy in this imaginary story, the fake story. Okay, this doesn't exist. You don't know what you're hearing right now. You know, this boy would just like look at the liquid mercury and like play around with it and just like be in utter awe of it, you know. And it obviously gives out vapor, and you can kind of touch the mercury. You can consume it in this particular way. Don't do it, okay? Wrong, wrong, wrong. Warning, warning, warning. Dangers, dangers, dangers. Keep your body safe, okay? Don't do this. Don't expose yourself to liquid mercury if you have no idea what you're doing. It'll harm you. And I remember just a few seconds of this, and then this imaginary story, this person closes the lid, and then I'm just like, oh my God, it's extraordinary power. And it just blew right away, blew, okay? So I want to be blue desperately. This is why yogis choose to live on their own, okay? I'm sure that if you're some regular person, I already traumatized you just by me talking this way and me, you know, going crazy in this way on you. Because when you start to go into blue direction, blue dimension, you start to go crazy. Like, not crazy, but you start to become weird. You know, as Sadhguru says, people look at you like, oh, this person is weird. Yeah, it's very weird. Why? Because it's power. It's literally power. It's like, it's intensity and kind of like almost like an insanity. Well, you know this word insanity. What is this word insanity? You are insanity. Okay? Yes, I am insane. You are sane. You are just one step below insane. You're sane, and then there's insane. What does that mean, insane? I'm inside of sanity. So sanity is this nice thing, and I just went inside of it. Okay? So you could be sane there, I'm going to be insane. So this is why yogis choose to live on their own, because when this power center activates, and especially if you don't have any kind of stable structures around you, like solidified mercury, like this little bead that I have here, to kind of cool and soften your body down for it to become kind of fed on, then, oh wow, yeah. Then you really have no kind of stoppage to you, and you really manifest this blue energy, and people will be either scared of you or extremely put off by you or just damaged by you, meaning like you're gonna damage their mind, like, oh God, I can't hear this guy's too evil, or blah, 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 whatever they're gonna say, they're nonsense, or you're gonna alienate them, they're gonna run away from you and whatever. So that's how it is, okay? And so either, you know, you're gonna be like, what is it like? It's like you're a positive ion, and then all the other beings are negative ions. I don't really know anything about the science, but it's like you're a positive little magnet, and then other people are negative. So everywhere you go, you just repulse everyone. It's like, oh God, they instantly get repulsed. So yogis choose to live on their own, and also because when you go into the space and go into this dimension, you can't handle the social circumstances. You just want to destroy any kind of stupidity or any nonsense that's around you. So, you know, it's better to just go into the jungle and go full crazy mode. Just like the Buddha said. The Buddha said that, here, let me just take a look at the camera. The Buddha said that, you know, a monk living in the forest or in the jungle by himself was like a god. And then the second there's two monks, they become like angels. And then when there's three monks, they become a village. So it's a little funny kind of story. So yeah, so I'm just learning now to kind of stabilize and consume my body in this way, so it's gonna be good. My mustache. Learning how to live with my mustache, because it's not fun for the mustache to go inside my mouth. All right, what's next? Yeah, so you see, I'm developing this. So I already have all the tools inside of me. I don't know where I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do. Probably not gonna go to the United States. That place is just troublesome. I already have all of the tools and techniques and knowledge that I know to manifest this energy forward. It's just that now I'm realizing for myself that it's like scary. It's a dangerous place to go into. Why? Because you become very destructive. It's a destroying energy, and also you can't really communicate to people in the way that you once used to. So I really need to amp myself up. I really need to become more powerful in this way, and I really need to go into this blue dimension and really turn myself blue and soak in this energy completely, get covered in this kind of blue poison, you know, metaphorically speaking, energetically speaking, of course. Never harm your body. I'm not harming my body, I want you to understand. It's not harmful. This is just energy. I'm talking about energy. So we have the 7 energy centers, and this one particularly happens to be blue, and it happens to be this kind of filter thing where you can filter out poison, negativity, and venom, and whatever else. So what else? So I'm learning to consume. The reason why I stopped talking and became more quiet is because this little bead that I have here, also solidified mercury, it's pure mercury. So now I realize that, okay, I actually have this on me, and I can drink from it. I don't have to go and guzzle liquid mercury or anything dangerous like that, or I don't have to go to Mount Tapila or do anything weird stuff. So someone's just looking at me. So I'm gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be good. What else? My mom was born in Ukraine, and she was alive when the whole Chernobyl was happening. So that obviously had a lot to do with the thyroid, and people in Ukraine got lots of cancers from that, thyroid cancer. So my mom also had thyroid cancer, and she chose to remove her thyroid because she didn't know how to consume this energy. Because women don't really go into this dimension, I want you to understand. Based on what I've heard Sadhguru say, and also I see it for myself now, this is true. Women don't go into the blueness of things. Mostly they don't, okay? It's like in the whole human population, less than 1% have this energy activated. Imagine that, okay? So you third eye people, everyone has it activated, and they're doing whatever they're doing. Heart center, it's usually full of confusion. You know, most people, their maintenance center, fantastic, and their swadhisthana, they're manipulating in all kinds of weird ways. They're, you know, the crown chakra to some extent, also people have it activated. Sometimes they touch it and they feel blissful, like, oh wow. They become in awe when they go and see like beautiful sunsets or something, and their crown chakra opens up and they see the universe and like, oh my god, it's such a phenomenal place. But that doesn't last because you don't have the energy to maintain it. And you know, the foundation is always there for everyone, and it's active, yes, strengthened. It's just that some people open it up and they lose energy, or some people have it closed and tight, which is what you need, and that's the best way to do it. But the throat, the blue here, the actual pit of the seed here, it's not activated in most people. Less than 1% of the whole human population. Imagine that. So all the 6, or all the 5, we should say, because the base is not, there's nothing to do with it. And also this one is also, there's nothing to do with it. So there's really 5. And out of the 5, there's this one. The throat chakra is basically null in most people. They don't even touch this dimension. They have no idea what this is. It's like they're totally one dimension of life they have never explored. They have not explored. They have never touched. They don't even know what it is. It's like, what's like an example? It's like the 7 rainbows, the color, the colors of the rainbow. It's like you see all the colors except red. Somehow red is always not there. And you're like, oh wow. But you see red. You're like, oh my god, there's red. And I can see that most people can't see red. And it's like tragic because you've never been exposed to red. You don't even see an apple as red. Maybe it's like white for you or something like that. And then once this dimension kind of opens up and you see, oh my god, there's red. And it's like, oh my god, there is red. And you want to just guzzle it. You want to drink it all. Drink the whole thing. So that's like that. Most people don't have this dimension open, not even 1%. And women, out of those, 50% are men and 50% are women of the human population. And in women, it's less than 1% of women. So it's very, very little, because men want to tend to go to this direction because it's power. And you become stronger and whatever else can happen to you. But for women, they don't tend to go into this direction because their bodies really don't support it, number one. Because it's like most women don't want to go towards bodybuilding. It's not like, hey, you want to go towards bodybuilding? No, most women and women are going to be like repulsed by that. Oh, what? No. I want to be a feminine, soft girl. Maybe I'll get toned or maybe strengthen my body in a little bit like that, but not a bodybuilder. That's kind of off-putting, right? So similarly, a woman doesn't want to go towards the source of power and mysticism and occult and weirdness. That's not where a woman's natural tendency is to go. So they don't. They usually not tend to go to this direction, which is their own fault. Like, too bad, so sad for you. You're literally missing out on the most valuable, most potent, most extraordinary ability that a human being is capable of, which is the throat center here, this blue dimension. This is the source of all occult power, occult mysticism. You can literally do so many things with this. You can manifest your reality in so many magnificent ways. You can literally touch objects around you physically. You can touch things without you having physically to reach them. You can communicate. You can, what's the word? You can be multiple places at once, so to speak, or you can kind of like you can nullify the space or the distance between objects. Meaning that right now Sadhguru is in India, or if he is in India, wherever he is in the world, I can just destroy the space that's preventing me from contacting him, or to destroy the distance, and then there it is, Sadhguru is right there. I can see him in his energy, and then I could just touch him through my sound, through my throat chakra, and he will feel it. He will become, consecrated by it, and he will kind of feel what I'm doing, and that has happened, and we are communicating this way, we are talking this way, and he is aware of my presence, and I'm aware of his presence. And some days that very wonderful things have happened to me because Sadhguru, I'm guessing, saw that, okay, this person is a good repository for this energy, here, come do this, and I did that, in my energy field, so to speak. So this is how it is. So you can do that, you can kind of nullify the distance. The distance doesn't matter here when you have this dimension open, because your ability to connect with life becomes so much more enhanced. I can connect with the trees around me, I can literally touch and feel them around me, very minimally. But when it becomes very amplified, you can literally touch things. Like I can break a tree branch just from me sitting here not doing anything, simply with my Vishuddhi chakra energy, or my Vishuddhi energy. This is obviously, this is how occult powers are made. This is very, very advanced. I really can't do that, or maybe there's no reason for me to do that. Like, why? If I want to go break a tree branch, I'm going to do this. But you have to have a lot of energy cultivated in this way for you to be able to manifest it like this. It's the hardest, most difficult energy to manifest in the whole body. Why? Because it's like the rarest form of energy, and also the amount of energy that you need to consume it in terms of this way. Like, for example, the solar plexus chakra is very simple. You just go into the sun and baboof, it's right there. It's burning, it's on fire. That's what I did today. And my body is well taken care of, and there's no problem, okay? The Swadhisthana, the pleasure center, you just go eat like a mango or two, and you'll be like kind of ooh, dee dee dee, la la la. The foundation, nothing to do with it. Just don't engage in kind of evil sexual activities. When I say evil, I mean like wrong, okay, or not the right thing, which most of you are doing that. So don't do that. Yeah, just be a normal, healthy human being. Then the heart chakra, very simple. Also, you go out in nature, you kind of feel the love that nature has for you. It's very nice, very easy to manifest that. Skipping the throat chakra, the third eye, there's nothing really to it. You just kind of look at something and your energies will go towards that. But the blue, most people skip this. So the blue, you have to really charge this up. You have to really power this up. You have to really get some energy sources going, and really solve your own beliefs and ideas, and be willing to kind of, be weird and off-put people, and destroy kind of your living circumstances or situations, as well as, be kind of not be able to live in social circumstances again because it's just too weird. And you need a lot of practice, you need a lot of work, you need a lot of stabilizing elements such as this Mercury here, for you to kind of cool and calm your body down in this way. You can still function in the world, but you need kind of tools like this, which I do and I have, and that's why I'm able to make this camera. If I took all the Mercury away from me right now and put it like a kilometer away from me, and I started to record this video, and I really went into this blue dimension, I would be so much more intense, so much more fearsome. Probably half of you would not be able to watch this video fully, because it would be just too weird, too uncomfortable. I would be too venomous, too wild, too violent. So you need something to kind of smooth yourself, to kind of cool yourself down, to calm yourself down, which is where solidified Mercury comes into play. It's a great tool. It's a fascinating tool. Again, I don't wish harm for your body or in any sense. So this is a little bit like, talking about Mercury and solidified Mercury. It's like, oh, what? It's unhealthy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, fine. Don't do this. I'm just sharing you stories here. This is just a little bit stories. Don't take my advice. Don't practice what I'm saying. Don't practice what I preach. you live your own life and you stabilize your own self and do whatever you need to do. And yeah, so always treat your body. Number one is health. Stay healthy in every single aspect of your life, because health, then you can progress on the spiritual path very easily. If you don't have health, then it's going to be very, very hard for you to do.